In California, the exodus continues, and what will be Cali's loss ultimately will be Florida's gain. Listen to this from Executive Summary Economics on X. Breaking: Mark Zuckerberg is buying a waterfront mansion in Miami, and a bit more on it. Zuck will be buying a newly completed waterfront mansion in the elite Indian Creek neighborhood, which is home to other high-profile celebrities like Jeff Bezos, Tom Brady, Jared Kushner, Ivanka Trump. Local real estate agents estimate the property's worth about $150 to $200 million. It's basically Indian Creek Island. It's basically the most expensive real estate in the entire world. It is an island off of Miami. It's technically in Miami. It has, they basically have their own security, like in the water around it. Like you cannot get on that island if you are not invited. Now you might be going, Dave, how do you view this as a win for Florida? You're getting Zuckerberg, and that maybe that means he's going to vote the wrong way or pump money into, and that's all legit. I think I've made it very clear over the years, as Zuckerberg has, been red-pilled a little bit and, clearly taken testosterone or God knows what he's doing. Does he seem more sane than he did years ago? Yeah, he does. Do I trust him at all? No. Maybe now he's in Miami, we can break bread and talk it out. Do it on camera or off camera, doesn't matter. So I'm not sold on that. But the point is that Zuckerberg controls massive amounts of wealth. Cali needs that wealth, and now they are losing it. So whether he votes the right way or does some bad things, that remains to be seen. We will see about that. But what I do know is a whole bunch of these billionaires are coming here. That is more money into the Florida system that already is operating quite well. Lit Liquidity on X, an economics commentator, wrote that California billionaire tax idea backfired in the most spectacular fashion. And now listen to this. Chamath Palihapitiya from the All In podcast. We read some stuff from him fairly often on the show. With Zuck's move to Florida, California's total taxable wealth from billionaires has plummeted to well under $1 trillion from over $2 trillion just a few weeks ago. The loss of this tax revenue was totally avoidable, but it is now forever. All because Gavin Newsom stood motionless as this stupidly written bill from a fringe union and handful of socialist academics with an axe to grind meandered its way into the public conversation without any action from him and freaked everyone out. These were all people that were paying 13+ % in state income tax every year with no complaints until a few weeks ago. And now, for the rest of time, the lost tax revenues from these folks will have to be paid for by the middle class because they are the only group left in California large enough that you can tax to fill the hole. He's forsaken to the middle class instead of managing the budget, managing the deficit, eliminating even a portion of California's gargantuan waste and abuse. He could have done any of these things at any point in the last 7+ years, but he was silent, and now California's budget will implode, and he wants to run for president. Insane. Chamath, by the way, was a Democrat until a couple years ago, all right? The amount of people that are leaving, that was just baked in money that Newsom could do anything with. These were people who were still post-COVID and all of the crime and drugs and everything else. They were still putting up with all of the bullshit in California because of its natural beauty and because, you live somewhere you don't want to leave necessarily. But it is interesting because it's not just Zuckerberg. We mentioned Thiel left. I think David Sachs is getting out. Sergey Brin, him and Zuckerberg's homes combined are $250 million. Larry Ellison just moved down here, basically same area.